Good morning everyone, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. Today's video is number 4 in my Inspired By series, and today's video has given me inspiration. It is Sue from Paper Inspirations. I was looking through Sue's playlist for using up your 12-inch pattern papers or scrapbook papers. And I came across this one, and this is number 14. I will link the video below. And this is assembling like an ephemera holder. And considering I do so many ephemera bundles for my Etsy store, I'm always looking for new ways to house them. So yeah, I love this idea. So it's like an envelope at the front and then an envelope at the back, and then there's a center pocket here to hold ephemera. Sue also had a side tuck pocket here, but I've chosen not to include that in mine. So you, from the one sheet of 12 by 12, you'll be able to make this as well as this little version. So again, I've got a pile of ephemera all in here. It's not finished. I have only just sort of started to organize it. But again, this one is just a smaller version where we've got that top pocket up there. And then you've got a pocket here and a pocket here. And I think on the smaller one, I might even go as far as adding another pocket here to maybe a vellum pocket could be cute, just to add some smaller pieces of ephemera, because that's quite a deep pocket. So thank you so much, Sue, for the inspiration. I love this project. I haven't decorated yet. I will, of course, I will sew around the flaps, and I will do some kind of decorating to either side. They're a great little idea to send as happy mail. Also very, very nice for a junk journal insert, and not too thick, so they won't take up too much space in your journal. You can clip them onto a page. So we'll get stuck in. I've chosen two. This is a two-piece project. So I've just chosen 2 pieces of scrapbooking paper, and I'm simply just going to cut off that branding strip at the bottom, like so. And my cutter is getting blunt. So we'll cut that one, and I'll cut this one here. Okay, so now what you need to do is your 12 by 12 page, you want to keep, you've got your 12-inch side here, and then the width this way, we want to cut at 7 inches. So I'm just going to find the 7-inch mark. And I'm just going to cut that down there like that, and then you've got your 2 pieces of paper, one for the larger and one for the smaller. I'll put that there, and I'm going to do the same one here. This one is a bit directional, or it's not really. It's all over the place, up and down. So I'm not going to worry too much about direction. So I'm just going to cut this one now at 7 inches. And that's pretty much that, I think. I've got all my instructions beside me here. All right, so now we've got our 2 pieces of paper that have now become 4. But these smaller pieces, I'm just going to put those away at this stage. And this is also a great project for mass making too, because you get two products straight up, or my idea for this time, I'll get 4 kind of things. So it's good for mass making. All right, so now we simply want to do some scoring. And what we're going to do is down each, this is your 12-inch side, this is your 7. So down each of the 12-inch sides, I'm just going to score at 1/2 inch. Score down each side at 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to do both of them at the same time. which I love, but be able to get everything done at once. So again, score 1/2 inch down here. Oh, I can actually do it that way, and 1/2 inch down there. All right, now we want to rotate it so that we have our 7-inch side in butted up against there, and we're going to then come in and score that at 4 inches. So 7-inch side from the top down, 4 inches. So our 7-inch side, popping it in like that and scoring down at 4 inches. All right, so I'll just put the scoreboard away for now. And then I'm just going to fold and burnish these score marks. Just give them a good old burnish. And I'm also going to fold down here at this 4-inch mark, just like that, and I'm going to do that to both. Like that. And then fold up on that 4-inch score line there. I hope that gold foiling is not too funny on camera. All right, so now what we want to do is this 1/2 inch edge that we've scored, we want to cut it at the 4-inch score line and then cut that section completely away. Now I am just going to miter my edges as I do that, and then I'm just going to go straight down that score line. I'm not a very straight cutter, so it is what it is. Straight down like that, and then again I'm just going to miter in this corner here and come up from the bottom like that, and then I'll do the same on this one. So again, at that 4-inch score line, I'm just going to offset that a little bit just to miter that corner, and then I'm going to cut straight down that score line. Oh, my little butcher bird's telling me a big story out there. And then I'm just going to cut up from the bottom straight up that score line. Like that. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little thumb notch in here. I'll show you on the one I did before what I mean in a minute. And I'm just eyeballing. I'm just kind of like that. I'm going to do the same on this one here. Like that. I've got a 1.5 inch hole punch that I use to do that, and that is this kind of thing that we've just done here, that little notch there. All right, now I've only just watched this video once and I thought I would quickly get in and do the project, but I'm trying to think. Now you want to fold that back in on itself like that, give it a nice burnish. I'll do the same with this one. Again, choosing what side you want as your outside or your inside. Oh, I'm just going to miter off these top sections here. Just quickly give them a bit of a diagonal cut, just so it's a little neater. You won't see it. Just like that. And then with these flaps that we've left, we basically want to bring them in around behind. Bring them in around like that. Same with these ones. Like that. And then I did that wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Well, I knew what I was doing. Okay, so bring them in, fold on the 4-inch score line and then bring them around, and sort of you've got this kind of thing. So then you just want to, where is my glue? You just want to glue those flaps down in place at the back here. And just like that. Oh, that's a step 2. I do want to ink, so ink before. You only need to ink this top section, this top line here of the pocket, because you can ink the rest once it's all put together. But yeah, so if you want to ink this top section of the envelope now before you glue those flaps in place. Fold it back up, bring it around, and we're just going to glue those 2 flaps down in place. Just like that, and just like that. And then you've got that kind of thing. So I'll do the same on this one here. Fold it up and fold them around. And then I'll just glue these in place. Like that. Bring them down like that. Alright, I'm just going to give that a bit of a burnish just to get that glue to stick everywhere it's supposed to. I'll do the same on this one here. Like that. Alright, so now we've got this. Now the next step of this project is, so this is what we're kind of looking at now, that sort of thing. So I've just got a tag template here, and I'm just going to cut the tops of this with my tag template, just to give it a tag style. Cut those there. And that one there. So it's number 1, and I'm going to do the same on this one here. Again here. Went off the track, just like that. And then I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in, and this time this edge that we've just cut into the tag shape, we're going to put that at the 0. And then we're going to score in at, let me find my measurements, 3 1/4, I think it is. Yeah, 3 1/4. Yeah, 3 1/4. So we're going to come in and score down here at 3 1/4. I'm going to do that on both. Just like that at 3 1/4. And then we are simply going to fold that over like that. Fold that like that, and bring this one in the same. Like that. Now I love that just as it is. I think that is so, oh, it's great. It can make a beautiful pocket in a journal. How nice could that be? It's probably a little bit big, but you could go that way, easy. So that's really lovely. Or you can do what Sue has done and made it an ephemera holder. So to do that, all you need to do is, now Sue has left here a little side tuck pocket, but I haven't done that. I've just left a top opening pocket. So you want to make sure that your envelope flaps are both facing in the right direction. But what you're doing is you're going to glue these 2 pieces together. So you just want to make sure that that flap and that flap are going in the same direction. And then I am simply, like I said, I'm just going to glue down 3 sides and leave a top loading pocket. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue all the way down the edge, all the way along the bottom, and all the way up the side, like that. And then I am just going to level that up. And that one at the back's a little bit bigger for some reason, but that's okay. I don't think that matters. And then give that an opportunity to dry. And then there you have it. So you have an ephemera holder. You've got plenty of room for ephemera in here. Now I've only got 2 pieces, but there is still a lot of room in there. You could put at easy another 2 pieces. Then when you fold it over this way, you've got another envelope on this side. Again, I've only got 2 pieces in there, but you could easily get more in there. And then in the top pocket here, I've actually got one of these bundles that we did for one of Roxy's challenges. So that's got 1, 2, that's got 4, 5, and then a 6th piece. So it's a very good, it can hold a lot of ephemera. So that's why I thought it was perfect for me when I'm making bundles for my Etsy store. I can do a whole collection and house them in here. So that's the first one. Now we're going to use the second pieces. We're going to make the smaller piece, the smaller one, like this. Now Sue had, which I will do some type of closure. She had a eyelet that she inserted in each one of these envelope flaps. And then she tied it down the bottom with some sari silk or some seam binding. I will do that, but like I said, I just wanted to get in and get this video done while it was still fresh in my mind. So it's pretty much the same principle as what we're going to do again. We're just going to bring in the scoreboard. And Sue has suggested, on this one we scored down the 12-inch sides at 1/2 inch, but because it's smaller, we're going to go at 3/4 of an inch. So just that 1 notch back from the 1/2 inch. I'm going to do that on both of these. Just like that. And 3/4 of an inch. Is it 3/4? Yeah. And while I'm here, I'm going to rotate it so that my 7-inch width is up, here, and then I'm going to score in at the 4 inches, just like we did at the other one. So again, 12-inch side, score at 3/4 of an inch all the way down, rotate it 7-inch side, scoring at 4 inches. There's my 7-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 4 inches. Alright, so I'll put that away again for a bit. And once again, I'm just going to fold and burnish down these score lines. This one is a little bit more fiddly because it is a bit smaller, but yeah, just manipulate the paper a bit and it'll fold. So I'm going to give that a nice firm burnish down the side, just to, because I'm cutting away at those score lines. That way I'll be able to see them better. So that's the first one, just like that. And now we'll do the same with this one. And again, fold on that 4-inch mark. I'm going to have a drink, a sip of coffee. Alright, so like we did with the last one, we're just going to cut away where the 4-inch score line is, we're just going to cut away the rest of this gusset here. And while I do that, I'm just going to again miter my corners and just cut it away, just straight down that score mark. Oh, it's hard to see. I have a feeling this one's going to be all crooked. Oh yeah, that's pretty crooked. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it better in the light. And I'm just going to miter that corner away and miter the top one and that one there. And then I'll do the same with this one here. I might be able to see that score line better if I cut it on this side. So just straight up the score mark, straight up to that 4-inch mark, and then I'm just going to miter that away. Do the same there, do the same there, and then go straight down again to the end. Like that. And I'll pop all this to the side. Alright, now just like we did with the other one, I want to cut my notches first. Yep, so where did I put that? So I'll just cut the thumb notch there. Again, I'm just eyeballing, so like that. And the same with this one here. Like that. And again, I just want to ink up that area on that one and on this one. Okay, and again, now we're just going to fold that back on itself. Fold those gussets, I call them. I'm not sure, hinges. I'm not sure what you want to call them. And then I'll do the same with this one here. Fold that back on itself and wrap those around. I hope I'm in camera. Oh, I tend to do that, don't I? And then same with this one. Got a good burnish, and then we're just gonna again stick these down. Okay, just a bit of glue down the side there. Same over this side. And then wrap that over, and just give it a good burnish. Just like that. And then we'll do the same with this one here. Bit of glue down either side. Like that. Oh, I can't close my glue. And then that one and that one. Just like that, and give that a good burnish. And yes, I do have a bit of glue here, but oh good, it's rubbing off. Excellent. Alright, so now we've got this part. Now we're going to cut that tag shape in the top section. And I'm just using this template, tag template that I have. And the same over this side. And then we'll do the same with this one. And the same with this one. Okay. And then just like we did before, got to remember what I did before. Okay. I'm going to bring in the scoreboard again, and I'm simply going to use the same measurements going from where we just cut that tag shape. I'm going to butt that up against the end and come in and score at 3 1/4 inches. And I'll do the same with this one as well, at 3 1/4 inches, just like that. And then simply fold that over. And the same with this one here. Oh, come back here, you. And fold that over like that. Now with these ones, I'm not going to stick these two together to make a booklet, because I'm going to use these as pockets in my sewing journal that I'm creating at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to, I would want to decorate them first, but I'm just going to put them in something like that as a page pocket, and I'll just stick them down. Am I even in camera? No. Okay, start again. Page pocket in the journal, so I will stick it down on 3 sides, and then that way I will have a pocket at the back, and then it can flip open. I could put a little something here to hold a little tag. I could have a pocket here and then make another pocket in the front for some little ephemera. So that's what I'm going to do with these two, instead of popping them together like Sue has done in hers. But I love that idea, because I'm only doing this because I've only got these couple more pockets to go to finish this journal. So I thought they would be great. But these will get a lot of use as ephemera bundles for me. So there you go. It's such an easy and such a quick process. And I just, you put some decorating on there, some labels, some tags, some sort of floral focal piece, because these are going into a sewing journal. I could do some buttons or some layering of fabrics on there. I will definitely ink around, and I do want to sew around these flaps with my sewing machine. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much, Sue, for the wonderful inspiration. So again, this is from Sue at Paper Inspirations, and this is number 14 in her using up your 12-inch paper, 12-inch papers. So your scrapbooking papers, patterned papers, that kind of thing. So I will link that video down below. Sue does, she puts her ribbons in and so forth, but because I'm still working on these ephemera bundles, I thought I'd just leave it at that. Sky's the limit. You could do one of those policy closures, where you twist it around like the figure 8, at seam binding like Sue has done. As Sue suggested, you could put a magnet in behind there as a magnet closure, or a Velcro dot. Lots and lots of ideas. It's really whatever your taste is. All right. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter. So, yeah, I probably won't get back to film now until next week, because we've got the Easter Bunny coming with my grandson, and we're going to visit Mum on Sunday, and your family's all around. So this weekend is family time. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy Easter, and I'll see you all again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.